How's it going, everyone? This is Bernardo here. Welcome to another Unsubjective Reality video. On today's video, as you can see from the title, we are going to be discussing the city which I believe to be the new Silicon Valley in the United States, and that city is the city of Miami, Magic City. Um, there are many, many reasons as to why this tech boom has been happening in Miami over the last few years, and plenty of factors to uncover there. So I wanted to take a deep dive into that and really talk about. You see so many entrepreneurs, so many big companies relocating some operations to the city of Miami, and the crypto aspect of Miami, which has been, I think it's at the moment probably the crypto capital of the world, I'd say. Um, and a few other factors that I think are only going to make Miami more and more of a tech powerhouse over the next few years. Web3 development, all of that. I guess to start, first things first, I think that this movement started a lot, especially over the last decade. It starts with the mayor of Miami, Francis Suarez. He's been the mayor since 2017. He's a lawyer, actually, but he has a very interesting business background. And he has been, the champion of the Miami tech movement since day one. Actually, in 2020, he responded to a tweet where somebody was suggesting that, hey, how do we turn Miami into Silicon Valley, or how do we bring Silicon Valley to Miami? And his response is, how can I help? And he has been helping indeed. He's been putting himself out there on all the major tech events hosted in Miami over the last few years, and has made his intentions very clear of transforming Miami into the tech and crypto capital of the world. And I think he's doing a pretty good job at that. He even has his own podcast where he hosts entrepreneurs that come and talk about their business with him, and he has a very good sense of, I think, tech and crypto. And these episodes where he discusses business with these entrepreneurs are awesome. They're called Cafecito, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I mean that's awesome to see for a city like Miami, and he's embraced um, really transforming Miami into Silicon Valley, as he responded on that tweet. And of course, I think that there's a bunch of other factors that come into it, but Mayor Suarez, I think, being the driving force of this movement. But I also think we got to discuss why some of these big companies are leaving Silicon Valley and coming to Miami. First of all, it's important to mention some of these huge companies that have made transitions of all their operations, or some of them, to Miami. A few of them being Peter Thiel's Founders Fund has expanded some of their operations into Miami. We also got Blackstone, and we got SoftBank and Citadel also, with a lot of their operations being shifted down to Miami. We also got Blockchain.com and eToro, who are Miami-based companies. Their headquarters are in Miami, um, and it's interesting to note why that has been happening in the last few years. I think that, of course, the main thing um, is the business incentives that they get by being here. Of course, there's no state income tax. I think that there's a lot of governmental measures that were put in place to incentivize these companies to come down to Miami and to conduct more businesses down here. Um, I think it's an environment where there is a lot of talent, there's a lot of opportunity, and I also think that coupled with the lifestyle that the city offers really makes it, somewhere where these companies would want to be at. And it's a city that's been notably embracing innovation over the last decade. It's a city that welcomes it and pushes it forward. I think it's not just about the taxes. Very important to notice that there are a lot of big venture capital firms that are established down here in Miami, and that makes it even easier for these venture capitalists to connect with founders, to connect with entrepreneurs, to connect with companies that are seeking some sort of investment, whether it be seed, whether it be Series A, Series B. Um, you know, it's really an environment and a community that's being built around technology, around business, around venture capital, and around crypto. I think over the last few years, that's made Miami such a big powerhouse, such a big business powerhouse. And I also think that the current environment in California helps push this move down to Miami. California's got the skyrocketing taxes, stricter regulations, and high cost of living, and I think that also helps these companies and entrepreneurs and engineers make that move down to Miami. I think it's very important to mention the brewing of the crypto world in Miami. It's a city that's fully embraced the decentralized finance, Web3, and blockchain technology concepts. It's the Bitcoin conference yearly, which is the largest one in the world, is hosted in Miami every year. And again, some things that we mentioned, I think the low taxes and a pro crypto government have really helped Miami establish itself as the crypto capital of the world. Today, I would say it is, and Miami was even the first city to launch its own coin, Miami Coin. That's used to help fund public projects and all of that. So it's um, the city's definitely been taking the initiative towards attracting the crypto community to itself, and I think it's done an amazing job at that. And you've got many initiatives and opportunities here. There's the Venture Miami initiative, which is a fantastic way for entrepreneurs to find funding for their companies and for their startups, and to connect and to connect with other people. I think for myself as a founder, I it's a very good way for me to connect with engineers and co-founders and people to do business with. Just being in this Miami tech environment is great. I think for any entrepreneur who wants to take that next step on their company or their career, I really do think that Miami is the place to be. Um, and it brings another aspect, I think, that Miami, compared to Silicon Valley just can't compete with, which is the lifestyle. Or you're networking at a rooftop, or you got the floating padel courts now. And it's something that you can't really beat. It's an unbelievable lifestyle that Silicon Valley just simply can't offer. And I think that, coupling, of course, all the incentives that these big companies and entrepreneurs and are getting for coming down here with the lifestyle, it just becomes this perfect combination that's hard to ignore. And I think that it's only going to grow. I think this is just the beginning of this movement. I think it's gotten stronger and stronger since 2016, 2017, and I think it's just starting. It'll be interesting to see now with more advancements in AI and, of course, in crypto and blockchain, how the city's going to adapt itself um, to all the changes that are coming up in the tech world. So yeah, it'll be cool to see. So yeah, if you're from Miami or you're an entrepreneur doing business in the Miami area, drop a comment below. Let us know what you think of this take, and let us know if you think that Miami is going to surpass the Silicon Valley as the tech capital of the world. I think it's well on its way of doing so. So yeah, let us know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Always forward.